At 13 years old, a young man named Chuck decided to check a book out of his local public library. It was called Baseball's Zaniest Stars. But Chuck followed that up with a less than fine choice. He never returned the book, rebel. And that was a half-century ago. Really. Recently, he rediscovered he was holding on to it and decided to take a little responsibility. We have him on the line right now, watching on NBC Chicago. What's up, Chuck?
Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
I'm doing so good. So wait, what do you remember about the book? And was it so good that you had to hold on to it?
Well, kind of, sort of. So it was November of 1974, and I went to the Warren, Michigan Public Library, and I checked out this book, which was about, zany baseball stars engaging in zany antics. And, it was written to the level of a middle school boy, which I was, so perfect for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know why I didn't return it on time. I'm sure I got overdue notices, but I can't account today for what 13-year-old me did back then. I do know that 63-year-old me would have returned it on time. So anyway, the book came along with me as I moved from place to place throughout my life. And one day I was kind of like auditing my bookshelf, and I saw this book on it. And I'm like, oh yeah, Baseball's Zaniest Stars. I remember this. I still have it. Cool. But then I noticed along the spine it had a Dewey Decimal number, the library classification number.
Yeah.
And I'm like, uh-oh. So I opened the front cover, and that's when I saw the paper slip in the sleeve, and it said the book was due on December 4th, 1974. Oops.
It's never too late, man. So you decided to show up, right?
I did. So I went back to the Warren Public Library earlier this year so I could present them the book. And I presented it to the librarian. She was funny. She said, I'm very disappointed that you would keep a book overdue for 50 years.
The glasses.
So, which was just great. She was super cool about it. So she said that the book was no longer in the system and I could keep it, that, whatever the fine was forgiven. So that was super chill of her. But once we calculated that the fine was something like $4,600, I started feeling a little guilty anyway. So to kind of help assuage the guilt and kind of make it right, I decided to start a GoFundMe to benefit the national literacy charity, Reading is Fundamental. Their mission is to help children of modest means discover the joy of reading.
Yeah.
So we set the goal to the level of the $4,600 the fine would have been, and I'm happy to report that we've raised about $5,200 so far, which is great.
So cool. Yeah.
Although $5,200 isn't going to help solve children's literacy, obviously. So I'm keeping the effort going to try to benefit as many kids as possible. And that's my story.
Yeah. Oh, Chuck, what a great story. And what a cool thing to turn it around like that. Thank you so much, Chuck. I'm liking your post right now, but that's not all, my man. Our season-long partner, Pilot Pen, makers of Friction, the go-to erasable pen of the Kelly Clarkson Show, want to celebrate people like you committed to doing the right thing. So they are giving $1,000 to Reading is Fundamental in your name just to help out.
Oh, fantastic. That's great. Thank you so much for that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chuck. And thank you to all our guests this hour, Julian Stiles, Reed Scott, Aisha, Sahara, and Billy Ann. Y'all have a great day, and if it's not chanting.